Hello, my name is Chantrell King, and as a therapist, one of the most common questions that I get asked is, am I crazy? I know some of you are thinking, you know what? I've asked myself that question over and over again myself. And generally, when that question is asked to me in therapy, it is in reference to maybe things from childhood that was learned that's not really applicable to life right now, or things that is going on in our adult lives. And so, as we know, with the recent pandemic and things of that nature, we have our ups and downs. There is no one that is perfect. And I mean, no one. And in our life, sometimes we have challenges. There are a lot of things that we keep tucked down deep inside in a box that we don't ever want to come out. But guess what? A lot of times we do not realize how the things that we tuck away, that we say and tell ourselves that we are healed from, actually, we are not. Those things somehow manifest itself in our everyday life. And so going back to the question that I'm asked, am I crazy? That can be in reference to women. Let's start there. Women are generally known as individuals who are constantly pouring and sowing into everyone else, their spouse, sowing into their marriage, sowing into their children, sowing into their church, their job, or whatever organization that they belong to. And what's starting to happen is a lot of women are tired, okay? So tired. I am tired of feeling like I am carrying all the weight. And what I generally do is kind of, for our visual individuals that are listening, think of an octopus and all these arms that are just moving, and you're juggling and trying to carry everything. You feel like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders. And then let us not forget how society tells us that we are to carry ourselves as women. Make sure that you dress like this. You don't talk like this. You don't think like this. Make sure that you do everything to please your husband and rightfully submit to your husband. But then sometimes we ask the question, what about me? Who's pouring into me? Who's sowing into me? Am I crazy for thinking this way? Let me switch over to the men. There are a lot of men who reach out and they say, you know what? I've always been taught as a husband, as the head of my household, that you are supposed to provide and protect for your family. And I'm doing that. But sometimes I receive from my wife or my significant other that you don't open up. You don't show a lot of your emotions. I just want to, why is it that you just can't share your heart with me? And some even share how their spouse gives them an ultimatum. Either you go to counseling or we're getting a divorce. How do I deal with that as a man? Am I crazy? I'm trying to do the best that I can. I'm providing like I was always taught to do. I'm protecting for my family. But why does it seem like it's not good enough? So those are just two examples of what individuals wrestle with. Or, oh, this is one that is so key for this day and time. Feeling like you're on the hamster wheel, feeling like you're always chasing a bag, as the young folks say. You always running, 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 running. You know, when do I rest? When my body break down? When I can't take it anymore? When I'm broke down mentally, physically, emotionally, or verbally? And then how I receive abuse, how I'm not able to say no, how I feel like I'm not able to set healthy boundaries. Am I crazy? What's wrong with me that I am not able to do that? That's the thing that I love about working with my clients when it comes to counseling. These are some of the conversations that myself and my colleagues have in reference to therapy. And guess what? Our new show, Talk.Therapy.Heal, is going to be starting soon. So all of these questions that you have, and even if it's, wait a minute, do I go to therapy or do I not go to therapy? Because growing up, all I heard is that you don't go to therapy because that's for crazy people. You don't go to counselors. You keep that stuff inside. You keep it bottled up. You never tell your left hand what your right hand is doing. And all these cliches that we heard growing up. However, we are drowning mentally. We may handle it physically. We may go to the gym every day, run 5 miles, or whatever the case may be. We may handle it spiritually by making sure we're in church every Sunday, every Wednesday. I'm there. But what about my mental health? Do I go, even as a believer, do I go and seek counseling? I don't think I'm supposed to do that, because I was always taught to cast our cares on him, for he cares for you, which is also correct. But we also know that when you get into your word, it says that God is the wonderful counselor. Okay? So if this piqued your interest, just a little bit of what I was saying, you may want to join us by going to our YouTube channel, Talk, Thrive, and Heal. Go ahead and subscribe now. Get the word out. Tell all the people that you've been talking to, your friends, your guy friends, or whatever the case may be, church members. Let them know to head over to the YouTube channel of Talk Therapy and Heal, because guess what? If you enjoy what you hear with this snippet, you are not going to want to miss my show, our show, not just me, but our show with myself and my colleagues as we prepare to get in the mud with these conversations. You hear me? To talk therapy and heal. Don't miss out.